is a steel full suspension bike with a CNC'd aluminum floating rear suspension system.
This is a Chumba Cenote. This is another titanium bike. These guys have been around for a long time, produce great quality bikes.
This fin is replaceable, which changes the pull ratio of the derailleur.
Started making mountain bike suspension in 1991.
A 32-inch bike, new wheel size. So we got an opportunity to collaborate with Ren.
The Roaring 29er over here is based on a bike that I built back in 2007.
Hey, I'm Victor. I'm here with Clever Standard. My friend Tomo, I'm helping him out this weekend at Made Show.
The B17, yeah, so super classic.
Showing off this beautiful Hendrix bicycle. It was built by my buddy Zach. He lives over in Port Townsend, Washington.
I am Mullet Cycles. You might have heard of Mullet. I'm the reason why you've heard of Mullet. I trademarked Mullet in 2018.
You might be familiar with an old school bike called the Newsboy. It has the same kind of double top tube and curves that this bike has.
Our owner and artist, Dylan, spent over 60 hours just taping this to hand paint a bike.
Best pack here is the Supernatural pack. Everything's made in Washington, lifetime warranty.
What's up, you guys? Mo Awesome from Awesome MTB, and we are here in Portland, Oregon at the Made.Bike show. This is actually gonna be my first time at the show. We're gonna be covering it, trying to find some super awesome, quirky bikes. So far, it has been really cool. Probably one of my favorite expos we've been to just because there's so much unique items. This is definitely gonna be a stop. If you're ever in Portland, Oregon around this time, definitely check out the Made.Bike show. A lot of cool things we're gonna show you guys in this video, and if you guys don't know Awesome MTB, we're a mountain bike media company. We do a lot of bike reviews, shootouts, comparison, and also some travel content. So be sure to subscribe for more bike content, and let's get in there for the Made.Bike show.
I'm James with Wheels Manufacturing. We're based out of Louisville, Colorado. We make a ton of bike parts, all manufactured right there in Louisville. Been around for 38 years. And I'll show you guys some of the bikes we're showing off here at Made 2025. This is a new one from Sanitas. It's one of their new full suspension mountain bikes. It's got a range of stuff going on here. Titanium frame, bunch of really cool components. The float fox. You got coming down here the E-wing cranks. You've got a Wheels Manufacturing T47 bottom bracket back there in the Colorado copper. On top of our brand new chain rings that aren't even released yet. They'll be coming the next few months. This is a Chumba Cenote. This is another titanium bike. These guys have been around for a long time, produce great quality bikes. Coming back, most of this is anodized in kind of a copper blue in kind of like a Mystic, I guess, colorway there that they've anodized on there. It looks really awesome. If you kind of come down here towards the bottom bracket area, again, we got the Colorado Copper T47 Wheels Manufacturing bomb-proof bottom bracket. Love that. Kind of coming back. So this is also single speed. Single speed has just been killing it for us lately. Super easy just to go with the one gear. This is also our Solo XD kit back here. Colorado Copper in blue. Got some Envy wheels, we love those. And actually Envy tires.
Hi, I'm Aaron, I'm with Madrone Cycles, and we make derailleurs. They're fully rebuildable and customizable and modular. So this is our jab derailleur. It comes with different cage lengths, and our key thing is we offer different fins. This one does not have one, but this fin is replaceable, which changes the pull ratio of the derailleur, allowing it to work with any 1x Shimano or SRAM drivetrain system. As seen here, it's working on a Shimano road drivetrain, and then over here, it is working with a SRAM transmission drivetrain. We offer different mounting options. Here it has a dual stiffener plate with the UDH, and then it can also mount regularly like any other derailleur. And that is our jab derailleur. At our booth, we have the Apogee bike. This is a steel full suspension bike with a CNC'd aluminum floating rear suspension system.
Hey, I'm Seth with Tonic Fab Bikes. This is one of our bikes this year. This was a show bike last year. This is my dad, the builder's personal rig. Drop bar, 29, mountain bike. Non-boost, so all the wheels are interchangeable. We spent a lot of time building the tooling for the stem and the fork, but super adventure ready, kind of get around anywhere bike.
Hey, my name's Pierre. I'm the owner and designer and builder over at Blaze Bicycles. And we're looking at a bike that I'm calling the Newsman. And you might be familiar with an old school bike called the Newsboy. It has the same kind of double top tube and curves that this bike has, but this is an all-road bike. This is made in titanium, and it's the Newsboy all grown up, so it's the Newsman. This particular one has a limited edition silver GRX kit on it, and has some nice anodization on it as well. All these parts, like the dropouts and everything that you're seeing, those are all made in-house on my CNC machine. So everything we have here is very unique and custom. I call this deep custom. I've been building custom bikes for quite a while now. I started back in 2008.
Hi, I'm Mark with Right Hook Finishing. Here locally in Portland, we do some of the most amazing custom frames that you can imagine. If a customer comes to us and says, I don't like the color, do what you want, that's what you get. And when those wheels are spinning, it is immaculate, breathtaking, and some of the best looking bikes that you could possibly afford. We'll take the mundane and turn it into unicorn vomit. So our owner and artist, Dylan, spent over 60 hours just taping this to hand paint a bike. Where if you're not very creative, he'll come up with something like this, or you can give him exact details and he'll create something that's on the back wall. I believe everyone deserves a carbonated beer bike in their life with gold inlay. Our motto is there's no half here, you're gonna get the f***s. And we believe you could take anything from the Made.Bike show and we can make it worse. Have a great day.
Hey, my name is Isaac Denham. I am with Liinal Cicli out of Trento, Italy. And we make bikes, mostly drop bar bikes in carbon and steel. We do 300 frames a year globally. And I am standing next to our Maraki. This is the prototype of our new Aero road bike that should be releasing this November. All bikes are custom constructed with custom geometry and custom paint.
Hey, my name is Matt. I'm here with Rissy Racing. We're at the Made.Bike show here in Portland, Oregon. Awesome event. Here at Rissy Racing, we do all things suspension related. So that is everything from some of these old vintage bikes that we've got here that we manufactured suspension for when they were brand new back in the 90s. We also still manufacture, and service is our bread and butter. This one here is a Yeti ARC from 94. This is the soft tail version. So you can see that damper in the back there. That was one that we manufactured for Yeti when they were still manufactured in Durango. Below that one, we've got a Santa Cruz Tasman with our Terminator damper on it. Again, this was OEM spec with Rissy Racing back from the 90s. Bringing out some of the old stuff. Also over on the other side, we've got a Boulder Bicycles full suspension road bike from 1993. This is a limited run of RockShox forks that they made for these. And then integrated into the top tube there, we've got our Rissy Racing damper in there. So sort of before gravel was gravel, you had some full suspension road bikes from the 90s when you still run tubulars with 130 PSI.
Hi, I'm Kevin Rissy with Rissy Racing Technology. Started making mountain bike suspension in 1991 down in the Bay Area in Sunnyvale, and we've been doing it ever since. So we started off just making rear shocks, then we've done crazy bikes. Nowadays we do a lot of service on other brands of forks and shocks, so we want to keep the bikes on the trail, whether it's something old, something new. Just like your car, you want to change oil and seals, keep it all nice and fresh. This is an e-bike we do. It's called the Voltinator, and it's an electric assist. So it's all machined out of billet aluminum, welded, has a huge battery box. It's more of like an urban assault bicycle. And then this one here is a Lassen. This is kind of a show bike, just kind of where you can change the geometry and everything. It's all machined out of billet again, no welding. It's all glued and threaded together. You have bolts, you got a little puzzle joint connection. So like you can swap out if it's a different wheel size, different lengths on the seat stays, chain stays. This one's built up with a roll-off rear hub. We're going to do another one with the pinion gearbox, and we'll just machine a new center section, the spine part. But once again, you know, it's all machined out of billet, and you know, just where you can really adjust the travel, geometry, make it modular. So it's just kind of a project bike that we have fun with for shows and stuff.
We're based out of Chico, California. We're a small custom frame builder that's turned into component manufacturer. This year at Made, we have brought 3 very different bikes. One is our little tiny dolly mobile. It's an extra small, super shreddy, very loud hardtail. It's a mullet that fits 27.5, 2.8 tires in the back and 29.26 up front. It's got a custom bull moose bar on it, 145 cranks, Madrone jab derailleur, and a 170 dropper post on a very small package, which is pretty fun. We've also got a 32-inch bike, new wheel size. So we got an opportunity to collaborate with Ren. They supplied us a wheel set and tires from Maxxis. It's got 3D printed chainstay yoke, 3D printed in-house designed sliding dropouts. It's a single speed. It's got boost spacing front and rear, which yes means that the rear wheel can go on the front and vice versa. It's a pretty modern geo gravel bike, pretty long front center for what it is. The stem is an integrated bar stem combo with an effective length of 16 millimeters, which is like laughably short. The fork is a collaboration with Peter Verdone. It's one of his designs that we're able to alter for boost spacing and 32-inch wheel size. It's a pretty fun one.
Hi, I'm Jeremy CSIP, and I am build for CSIP Designs, and I'm in Santa Rosa, California. And here at the Made show, I brought a single pivot, full suspension, titanium mountain bike. So it uses Chris King bottom bracket, or actually you can use any bottom bracket, but it's a standard BSA bottom bracket for the single pivot. So if anyone, if you need to replace bearings, it's just a bottom bracket cup that's in there. And that the full rear swing arm and front triangle is titanium, 120 mil travel in the rear, and a big fork, 160 fork in the front. The brand is my last name. I've been building since 1992 out of San Francisco, and then 20 years ago moved to Santa Rosa. And it's all custom bikes, one at a time.
I'm Tony Pereira from Breadwinner Cycles. We're based here in Portland, Oregon, and have been around for about 13 years as Breadwinner. I've been building bikes for over 20 years. We offer a wide range of steel bikes, all TIG welded. The A-Road in 2 flavors here is one of our more popular bikes. I've got a steel fork version and a carbon version. Just a fat tire road bike, really great all-rounder. I have a similar bike that I don't have in the booth today, our B-Road, that is our gravel bike. Those are our most popular bikes. And then we've got a couple more bikes here that are more unique. The Roaring 29er over here is based on a bike that I built back in 2007. Won a bunch of awards for it, the NABS show. And inspired by the 1920s cruiser bikes, double top tube, kind of reminiscent of motorcycle styling. Just a real fun mountain bike, gravel bike. And this thing's really set up with a lot of American-made parts. Got lots of Paul components on it, White Industries hubs and Astral rims. So really cool build on this one as well.
Hi, my name is Steven. I do PNX bags. I'm a bag maker here in Portland, Oregon. I hand make all of these myself. I am sharing a booth with my friends of Destroy Bike Co. in Eagleton. And we're just here at the Made show. We're here all weekend. It's gonna be great. Bike friends, bikes, hanging out. Bags started, this is actually the first one that I ever made about 2.5 years ago. It started off as I just wanted to make a bag and then some friends wanted them. And if you're familiar with the AIDS Life Cycle, it's a fundraiser for LGBT communities. I decided to start selling bags to raise money for that. And over the last 2 years, I have raised over $13,000 for those orgs. More closely with the DIY scenes, and the way I've been giving back has been more through donations of bags and by organizing events. I'm very involved with the messenger scene down in Los Angeles and in San Diego. I sponsor their events every year, and I go down and hang out. I grew up as a punk. The DIY ethics, I like making stuff, I like supporting punks, I like supporting community.
Hey guys, I'm Matt with Eagleton Frameworks, here to tell you about this sweet cruiser we got going on here. So we're based out of here, Portland, Oregon. This bike is built for Made 2025, built for the founder's mom, who's a national arching champion. So we've got the quiver of the bows on the back here. Kind of a nice blend of classic tubing with some more modern aspects to it. Yeah, everything's done in-house for us here, so powder coat, all the mitering and cutting.
Hey, this is Brian. I'm with Liinal Machine Works out of Oregon. This here is a Reynolds 853 steel cyclocross frame I built for myself. It's got some interesting details. The seat mast is also a dropper post. It's got a T47 square taper bottom bracket that I machined to be able to run the Paul cranks. Those are attached to a double chain ring and a double fixed cog for a dingle speed. And it's got some of the best rim brakes in the world, stopping the best rims in the world from Astral Cycling, made just down the road from my shop. This is my 10-year anniversary of building frames. I went to the United Bicycle Institute back in 2015. So I spent the first part of my career building bikes for other people. In the last 2 years, I've been building bikes for myself under this brand.
Hey guys, I'm Jack. Welcome to the Ornot booth here at Made. We are Ornot.Bike. We're from San Francisco, California. We focus on a lot of sustainable and minimal branding clothing. We make about 85% of our things here in California as well too. We do bike jerseys, things you could wear on the bike or not, socks, water bottles, handlebar bags as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The brand has been around since 2013, and it's that you could be like the other guys or not. So we didn't want to slap our logos all over. You notice a lot of other cycling companies and clothing brands have big logos all over the place, versus our clothing does not really. So you could be like the other guys or not.
I'm Kyle with High Above. We're here at the Made show in Portland. We make a bunch of different packs. Best pack here is the Supernatural pack. Everything's made in Washington, lifetime warranty. Then we've got all of our different hip packs down here, a bunch of different versions. We got a Fidlock opening, so super easy to get in and out. We've got a standard zipper opening. Then over here, we've got our 3D printed back panel, Venture 3D. So this is a new product for us. Got a 3D printed back panel on there, and then the same Fidlock opening there. Yeah, we're excited to be here. It's a cool show.
Hi, my name is Sato. So here is a Tobukumo steel frame full suspension bike. So actually my friend designed and engineering all dimension and design. So he made all parts by himself, including machining and design, layout. So he's really engineer. Then he spent 7 years to build this bike. So it's very cool, nice bike. So
Hey, I'm Victor. I'm here with Clever Standard. My friend Tomo, I'm helping him out this weekend at Made Show. Tomo's designed all these wonderful, colorful tools that you see here on the table. Everything from little valve caps that turn into Schrader, you can break that off, becomes a Schrader adapter. Got our chain barrel, which chain breaker and other multi-tool. Got the anchor stack, which is basically your tubeless valve plug. Comes in, so you plug it right into your tire. The tire levers that you can put them together, and it becomes a chain breaker, so you can break the quick link. So it's kind of a cool multi-use tire lever. I've known Tomo for 25 years, so when he said he needed some help this weekend, I said, sure, I'll come down.
Hi, my name is Tomo. I started because I'm mountain bike rider. I try to help another bikers on the trail without me. So I focus to design the tool which can work all the time without me. First thing I made was chocolate grip. It comes the smell. This is not the turtle. This is bee.
Hi, my name is Miles. I am Mullet Cycles. You might have heard of Mullet. I'm the reason why you've heard of Mullet. I trademarked Mullet in 2018. Started the bike company in 2017. There are only 2 mixed wheel bikes on the market at that time. So this is before UCI changed their rules to allow 2 different wheel sizes. And then a couple of big media groups decided to call it a Mullet. I was like, hey, can you please stop? And they kind of persisted and they kept doing it. A lot of bike companies though, were really cool about it and they're like, yeah, we'll call it MX. Anyway, these are the actual mullets. This is the titanium hardtail. You might see it's got an elevated chainstay. I do that. This way you can run a 3.0 tire and also a 38.2 chainring. It also looks, in my opinion, pizzazz. And then my head badges are casted by a jeweler in New York City. I used to be a jewelry designer. Those are actually casted in bronze. A little overkill, but I think on such a beautiful bike it makes sense. You notice a lot of the top tubes and the seat stays on all my bikes, they're all in one line. I do that this way there's minimal bends in the cables because in mechanical engineering you want the least restrictive way from A to B. So super smooth shifting, good braking. I also do a single pivot, and that's because I believe shocks are so good now that you don't need all these linkages. Instead of having complex linkages, we have complex shocks. So where I run a complex linkage with a complex shock, let's just make it simple. I use needle bearings inside my pivot, and this way you'll never need to replace your bearings. I'm actually the only mountain bike full suspension that uses needle bearings. Needle bearings are used in forklifts, transmissions, and dirt bikes. Another good fun fact, all dirt bikes are single pivot. And that's because the shocks on dirt bikes are so good. I only do aluminum on my full suspension bikes because I have a very bad history with carbon fiber. I don't think it's the optimum material for a mountain bike. I think aluminum is because of how stiff it is, and the strength to weight ratio is also awesome. It doesn't corrode. It can oxidize, but once it oxidizes, it stops. This is why aircraft wings are made of aluminum. Because of all the different inclement weather that they come into contact with. I hydroformed the tubes because I do love the way carbon fiber looks, but obviously I don't like how they combust on you sometimes. So I hydroformed the tubes. Hydroforming is when you put a round tube and you have a mold and you blast water through it and it gets a really unique shape. I had to design my own derailleur hangers because I went with such beefy dropouts. The reason why I have such beefy dropouts is, again, to prevent lateral flex in that rear wheel when you're going around turns or coming off jump sideways. This way that shock is always going into a vertical path. You don't want that shock twisting. It won't feel as plush. I use a downhill size shock. This is to help with tunability. It's also a very low leverage frame. It's just below a 2 to run, so I'm 170 pounds and I'm running 90 PSI in my shock. This will increase the length of your shock. It won't get that hot, so oils won't burn up, less likely to burn out seals. Not all shocks will work with this single pivot design. I tried every single shock on the market and then I worked with them to tune it. Skinny air cans work the best. As well as a Cane Creek Tygon, because you can add progression through the piggyback, which is pretty awesome. Because single pivots are linear, so are coil shocks. But with high-low speed compression, high-low speed rebound, we're able to get the sort of ramp up, progressive or linear, depending what you want, feel, because we're just riding on the shock. We're not relying on crazy high progressive linkages. My wheels. No one was doing wheels with tubeless Schrader valves. So I went ahead and made my own wheels, and then I also wanted like different colors, so I made them in purple and gold, and of course black, because everyone likes black. With the Schrader valves, they're just infinitely better than Presta. Presta valves were designed for road bikes, not for mountain bikes. And then I designed them so they have holes on the bottom, so if you do run inserts, you can still get air in them. They won't clog, it really won't snap off. Cars, airplanes, lawnmowers, dirt bikes, all use Schrader valves for a reason. They're just far superior. So yeah, so then I went ahead and made my own wheels.
What's going on, y'all? Cameron here with Brooks and Roly Poly Coffee. So Taylor, if you are not familiar, really rad dude, friend of the brand. Yeah, he came down from Bozeman, Montana, so we had the whole brand team come from Italy. They met up in Bozeman and they road tripped all the way here in this beautiful 1990 Ford F-250 and an 87 VW Synchro. And yeah, just camped and got into all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, so we're showing kind of, you know, a little bit of everything, leaning into the late 80s, 90s truck vibe, you know? We just kind of, yeah, whether it be the Budweiser koozie or just kind of the weird odds and ends. Most everything the team found in a thrift store here locally in Portland. And yeah, just kind of trying to keep it fun, keep it casual. The B17, yeah, so super classic. Kind of how it works is it's just there's the frame of the saddle and it kind of creates this hammocked effect so the leather can, you know, has kind of like a naturally sprung effect to it. But yeah, been making saddles since 1866. All the leather's still, produced. All the leather saddles, I should say, are factory in England. And yeah, like I said, just kind of trying to keep it fun, keep it light. He's serving free coffee all weekend long, so it's hot out here in Portland, but trying to have fun with it.
Hey, my name's Ian. I'm with Ortlieb USA here at Made 2025, showing off this beautiful Hendrix bicycle. It was built by my buddy Zach. He lives over in Port Townsend, Washington. Just updated it with some new parts and hope to get it dirty really soon. Of course, we've got Ortlieb bags here at the Ortlieb booth. Starting at the front, we've got handlebar pack quick release. We've got the top tube bag here and a frame pack, 4 liters in size. Moving on to the back, we've got a dry pack here, and then it's sitting on top of a quick rack, which is mounted using our through axle. It works pretty slick. So the dry pack is a 12-liter dry bag. It's got dual openings, air purge valves, and it comes with these TPU O-straps. So they clip onto the rack. These use hooks are 10 millimeters, so they'll work with any 10 mil carrier. Pop this guy off, and I can show off this Quick Rack Large. There are a few variants of the Quick Rack. The standard, the Quick Rack Large, and then the Quick Rack XL is made out of a heavy-duty tubing. So the idea with the Quick Rack is you maybe don't always want a carrier on your bike, and if you want to take it off, you just simply rotate these down, open up the strap here at the seat tube, take this guy off, and you're ready to rock and roll. And then these would be the only residual bracketry left after you've removed the carrier.